The use of models is necessary in education and many other life activities. Models help people to better understand the abstract concepts and concepts that are too small or too large to be observed. Teachers in the state of Texas are expected to incorporate the use of models in their teaching according to the state standards in both math and science education. The cell is invisible to the naked eye or even someone viewing it through a magnifying lens. All the models of cells and pictures that teachers and students view are beautifully put together as in this picture. Many students will get to create a model of a cell in middle school science or in high school biology. This creation helps students learn about the structure and function of the organelles within the cell. Just imagine teaching students about the solar system. Pretend you're teaching to a classroom full of blind students. You begin by describing the sun, the center of our universe. Next, you describe Mercury. You talk about how it is too hot here to maintain any type of life. You could describe the chemical composition of the atmosphere and talk about the size of the planet. Then you venture down the path to Venus. You begin the discussion with the temperature and the chemical composition. Next, you'll talk about Earth and our moon. Remember, these are blind students and they've never seen models or pictures of the solar system. This is their first time to hear about it. By the time you get to Jupiter, you've lost these students. Models help students to adhere meaning to a variety of facts. Wow, never thought about blind students. Models don't benefit them. Regrouping is a very difficult concept for students to master. Some students learn the rules but truly never understand why everything works the way it does. In doing a subtraction problem, the majority of the students do not understand why we always put a 1 in front of the number that is too small for subtracting. We must explain to them through the use of models about borrowing 10 from the preceding digit. This lack of understanding of regrouping is apparent when students begin to subtract and regroup with fractions. They're always wanting to add 10. Math students are responsible for being able to understand geometric shapes and how to identify them based on their faces, bases, sides, and/or vertices. Students have to be able to mentally unfold the 3D object in order to answer a question, let's say about the faces of a square pyramid. Once they unfold this pyramid, they see that all the faces are triangles. This visualization also aids students who might struggle in looking at those ugly formulas where they have to solve for an unknown. Using the formula to calculate the surface area of a triangular prism can be quite overwhelming to some students who struggle in math. This equation has two h's. It has a small h for finding the area of the triangle, but then another capital H when you go to find the height of the prism. This can be gruesome for someone who struggles in math. Students who can conceptualize the shape can just unfold the structure and find the area of each of the 5 individual pieces and add them together. This is much easier and gives the same answer. Scientists have proposed this theory of what an atom looks like with electrons orbiting around the nucleus. The use of models is prevalent in designing office buildings and schools. Architects have a mini model of their project before they start construction. This helps them plan out any and all kinks and ideas and reassure themselves and city officials that all homes, land, area will be appropriate for the space that they have. Even toys that children play with help them to develop knowledge of how things work. Children learn about grown-up activities through toys such as guns, cars, baking, three-wheelers and four-wheelers, Barbies, and playing house. So the child steering the toy car helps him to develop the coordination skills, concept of driving that he will need later in life. Children learn about forces in physics with action, reaction, and speed by playing with toys that have everything to do with the world around them. Models are such a vital part of children's education. This assignment has given me an opportunity to reflect on my attitude toward models. I realize that models are crucial to the development of children's learning. We cannot refuse to teach models.